Today we have Aaron here and his beautiful GT500. We installed dual rate springs on this car about, what, 3 or 4 months ago?
Yeah, at least 3.
Awesome. Well, we're gonna throw Aaron in the driver's seat and honestly get his feedback. We always love to hear what our customers think, and Aaron's a good friend of ours. Beautiful car, dual rate springs, GT500. Let's see what he thinks, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, Aaron, we're here. 2020 GT500, beautiful blue and white wrap. We immediately know it's your car. You've had the dual rates on here for a few months now. Tell us what you think of them. You had a couple miles.
So first reason I wanted to get them, loved the MagneRide. First Mustang I've had with MagneRide, so was getting used to, you know, MagneRide over a standard, you know, shocker strut. I wanted to get rid of the wheel gap from the factory. I wanted the car just a little bit lower. Got with you, you told me about the new dual rates that hadn't been released yet. So I get 2 benefits, right? I get my drop, so I can take up that wheel gap a little bit. But I get a softer ride in town and around, and then I get, you know, down to business very quick with the dual rate when I want to snatch it into a corner. I like backcountry roads, mountain driving. Would like to get to the track, can't find enough time in my life to get there. But I do love them. Very pleased with them, glad I bought them. Have tried to get a couple other people to buy them, and they want rides in the car first, so we'll get that done.
Well, you live outside Atlanta, right?
Yeah, it's about an hour and a half south of Atlanta.
Okay. So you ever make it up to North Georgia, the mountain roads, all that good stuff?
Yeah, go to Helen. We did Ponies in the Smokies every year.
Oh,
this is
right.
The first time the car didn't go to Ponies. Was super busy, couldn't take it. Took a few other young gentlemen and showcased their car instead, but did the Tail of the Dragon on the stock setup with the stock MagneRide. Plan to 100% take this to back up into the mountains of Tennessee next year and do the Dragon.
Awesome.
With the boys, so. But I can tell the difference, you know, daily driving, whether you are spirited or unspirited. I'm thrilled with them. No noise, no NVH, nothing changed. If you bought the car this way, you would swear it came this way. So that's nice when you're buying aftermarket parts and you're not sacrificing, you know, NVH or getting any added new noise or, you know, nuances. So love them.
And I know you're very detail oriented, and you will 100% let me know if
OCD, if you will, maybe anal. But you know,
I feel it too. I'm the same way.
Trusted you guys. Didn't second guess you or Scott with any information. I have a 2013 S197. Every part on that car, suspension wise, bushing wise, is all Steeda.
Oh wow.
Been that way for about 7 years or so. Totally happy with that car. Funny story, when I bought it, it had your ultralight springs on it, but it had the cheapest shocks and struts on earth. So I immediately, you were still with a different company at that point in time, right. But I was like, listen, you got to make everything match, at least suspension wise. So I did get the ultralight, right? The non-adjustable shocks and struts.
The Pro Action.
Pro Action shock, yep. Pro Action's in there now, so we got that all sorted, and love those too.
Awesome. So you mentioned your S197. That's supercharged, isn't it?
Yep, it's a Paxton car. Got a Caliber Stage 2 trans.
Nice.
Did every, you know, all the drive shaft and pretty much everything you can do to it except for a built motor. So. And it's fun. Do drag race it. Don't take it to the track at all. But drag race it. So not as fun as this car, but this one will get you in trouble just trying to go to the grocery store.
As we just saw.
Well, she was coming in hot from the red light. So would love to tune this one or do something, just too scared. Cars, you know, too much money.
I get that.
I want to push the button and start. I know some of my buddies have way more power. Very tempted. Usually mod the crap out of everything I buy, but this one, I did y'all's springs. We wrapped it. It's got the stock filter. There's nothing else done to it except for the steering wheel. I'm gonna have to leave it alone.
And at the end of the day, like, personally, I've blown up a couple motors, so like I know the feeling, and having the security of the warranty in place if something does happen, especially with a car, a motor as special as this one.
Yeah, what, a $27,000 crate engine. I don't have time for that. I think the wife would finally pack up and leave if I randomly needed a motor. So again, I'm going to leave it stock minus this exterior. I'm going to get a set of wheels one day, and that's about it. I'm probably going to pick up your controller.
Awesome. And that's kind of the next step, you know?
Yeah. Next and last, I think suspension-wise, you guys got some vertical links coming, so those will go on, and I'll watch what you guys put out. But I plan on keeping the MagnaRide. I don't plan on doing, you know, coilovers or anything. Even if I did the track, say 3 times a year, it's not that serious to me. I want to go to the track to have fun.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to break records, or I'm trying to keep it on the track, have a blast, and just, you know, for me, really.
100%. 100%.
That'll never get old. Rev match downshift. It'll just never get old.
These things stay so flat.
Yeah, they're pretty fun. I mean, that's bone stock, man.
Friggin' sticks too. It's crazy.
And everybody's like, "Oh, it's an automatic." Not really. You know, it doesn't have that torque converter lag. It doesn't have.
Left.
So when I bought this, I had never driven DCT.
Yeah.
I had heard of DCT. I totally expected to buy this car, put it in drive, and it pulled me down the parking lot.
Meteor right over here.
And so, you know, people that haven't driven one,
Right.
you put it in drive, and when you touch the pedal and you get that little delay, it feels just like you're slipping a normal, you know, 6-speed, slipping a clutch in the mall parking lot per se. So, I mean, I called MGW George and asked him, because he's had way more experience, and he said, yeah, the first thing you don't ever want to do is be at a red light and sit there with your foot off the brake, because you'll burn the clutch down. And I was like, boy, they should probably put that in the manual. Tell people that, you know, a bunch of men that bought this, you know, a bunch of people that bought these vehicles, they didn't have a prior DCT experience.
Oh, for sure.
Maybe some did.
It's obviously totally new to Mustang. But honestly, I think it complements the chassis really well. And yeah, sure, I'll be the first person to tell you I love throwing my own gears.
Sure, me
but
too.
At the end of the day, like, this is going to be quicker on track, 100%. And it sounds cool.
Oh, so Corbin can believe you just run it up just nicely and it goes bang, and that's it. He goes, I didn't even feel that. And I was like, that it tickles me every time I drive it. Or you can, you know, hold a gear like this, and let's say I decide not to stab it. Once it goes back to 5th, you get that little in the back, and I'll just never get over it. I love it, and you know, it's my baby, man. I love it, and I trust you guys enough to leave it here.
All right, Aaron, thank you so much for taking the time, man. Really appreciate it. Love your GT500. Thank you so much for bringing it out, because at the end of the day, we know you're really detail oriented, and when we install these parts in your car, especially if they're prototype, we want to hear from people like you that are going to tell us, like, hey, there's an increase in FVH, oh, there's a little bit more noise, oh, there's a vibration, so we can fix it and ultimately get the best part to the customer, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, comment below. Let us know what you think Aaron should do to his GT500 next. We really want to know, because any excuse to bring this beautiful car back here, we're all about it. And talk about Clear Shine, Tango Down, all that good stuff.
Yeah, guys, go check out Tango Down. We military-owned company that not all wounds are visible, so our whole mantra is to go after PTSD and help the people that are suffering in silence. Check out Clear Shine, waterless car wash, nano-based technology, and speed matters.
100%.